Okay, Coach. Well, first opened way back in 1972. There's a look at Arrowhead Stadium, part of the Truman Sports Complex here in Kansas City. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Buffalo Bills and the Kansas City Chiefs.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
They begin the drive with Coleman. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 on that one and a Bills first down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
To the air, Allen. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Frank Clark in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
It's a pickup of 17 on that one and a Bills first down. So that's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
On second down now, it's Coleman, and he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Let's go, let's go.
Allen going to throw. Complete. Smith has it. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. On 1st down, Coleman. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Darquez Denard there to make the tackle. Looking to throw on second down. Allen escaping the pressure right. Now he'll pull it down toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. Covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. On 2nd and goal, Allen, this is caught. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
Throwing now is Allen to the goal line, but it's incomplete. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
Well, they didn't get in the end zone, but pretty good balance there on the opening drive between the run and the pass.
Yeah, I think that was probably what they wanted to get accomplished right out of the gate. Throw the ball with success, run it, of course, to set the tone. So we saw the offensive coordinator's play sheet, probably wrote himself a little note. Exactly what we wanted to do. Probed it early and got it done.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 right at the 30.
Come to my world. Check, 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 check. Check.
First carry now for Jordan Howard. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on 1st down.
From the 38, Mahomes. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school, he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. On 2nd and 9, Allen flush to his right. And he finds his man, that's Sweeney. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line.
Check. Round 80. Check 53.
So they fake the handoff. Now Allen flushed out right. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. From 8 yards out. And the Bills will add on to their lead. So he scrambled right, but was able to look back toward the middle of the end zone to find the target.
As you know, in this game, sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules because we all know most guys throwing the football are taught never throw back into the middle of the field on a scramble. He did it and got away with it for a touchdown.
Instinct sometimes, right? They just take over.
Instinct and vision. Sometimes you just see people who are open, you're able to get it to them.
And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. They go with Howard to begin the drive. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Pitch and catch here to Travis Kelce. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series, they have to work hard to pick up 1st downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Yellow, 180. Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense.
Mahomes now on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to keep it here. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports.
Yellow, I'm going to attack, attack. Recon, 132 fight.
This is Howard on 2nd down, and he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
On first, they go right back to Howard. And they're on the tackle, Shaq Lawson.
Now that's the type of play that'll fire up a defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a first down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all, or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
Mahomes on target there to Hill. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 27-yard line. Mahomes now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's first and 10. Mahomes now to throw. Going for it all. And he's caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. DeAndre Hopkins with his 16th touchdown of the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point right down the middle, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it here. It's Coleman, and he will have the first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game. He's got a man, complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. They're going to have to do something with him. He was so sensational last week, over 200 yards. AFC Offensive Player of the Week, what do? You hold him?
That's a good start as long as you can get away with it. Otherwise, just giving up penalties and free plays for the offense. But I think you've got to do a combination of things. Chip it his timing at the line of scrimmage, have extra people in the territory for him. You've got to do everything and change it up from snap to snap.
Now Allen. Escaping the pressure right toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. This will be caught by Brown. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to 3rd and goal.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
And they're going to get to him, a sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. The sack by Dorian O'Daniel, the linebacker from Clemson.
And that's the kind of stand all defenses are seeking. 3rd and goal, backs against the wall, and they get a monster sack, and now they're going to force him into a field goal. For them, that's a win.
And that one, my goodness, that was almost too easy.
Yeah, you now got too many attempts shorter than that one, and I don't think this was blocked. That's about as bad a miss as you can have.
On first down, Mahomes. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
Check my 50. Mike is a 50. Check my 50. I'm coming. Yellow. I'm coming. Hey, alert. Mike's 50.
On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. It's caught. Nelson. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Chiefs first down. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And it's complete. It's Damian Williams. Williams loses the football. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Now Allen, flush to his right. And this one complete to Smith. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 11 yards and a Buffalo first down.
44 to Mike. Check. Don't get nervous. 44 go.
On first down, Allen. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slap happy up here sometimes. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 3rd down. So the shotgun snap to Allen. Allen hit. He lost the football. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And no, it doesn't get there. Hits the crossbar, bounces back out. He had it online, but it comes up about a rotation short. All things considered, a pretty good kick, just cruel punishment there to be denied by the crossbar.
If you're going to hit from that distance, sometimes you're going to need a little luck, and unfortunately for him, this time the break goes against him.
Check. Yellow.
They'll begin the drive with Howard. And he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Now Mahomes. He finds Hopkins complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A first down there on a pickup of 25. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Mike's 50.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. He completes it to Nelson. That one good for 12 yards in a Kansas City first.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. 14 seconds, all that's left of this first half as they come up on first down. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. 10 yards, good enough for a Buffalo first down.
It's a gain of 10. First down, Buffalo.
So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works.
Easy.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Mahomes. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Don't be mad.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. To throw, it's Mahomes. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
It'll wind up being a loss of 2. On 2nd and 12, Allen, but it'll be 2nd down. Stepping up, he'll try and run. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
And it's 3rd down.
They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. Darquez Denard there defensively.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
At their own 32-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and then finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. On 2nd and 11 now, Mahomes.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
What's tight? Tight is right. We got three, fellas. We got three.
Mahomes going to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked off around the 41. And he will score. Touchdown, Buffalo.
Let's go.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. And that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say it. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off here by Anthony Hitchens.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for two, and they did.
Oh, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. On second down, it's Howard. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Throwing now is Mahomes. Flushed out right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. That's a cornerback in for the sack, Tre'Davious White. And their inaugural sack of the game coming from an unlikely source.
You mean it wasn't a linebacker? It wasn't a defensive end?
It was somebody like you.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's a surprise for the offense. That's not what they normally get when they think about pressure.
The Bills take over first and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Allen. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Jadeveon Clowney has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut it, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 27 yards there, a first down. Mahomes now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Mahomes firing complete. That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. And this is caught. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill His 6th touchdown of the season as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point splits the uprights, and this is back to a 5-point game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
On 3rd down, here's Coleman. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. We're back now in KC as we are just about set to go here in quarter number 4. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
50, mine's 50. Here it comes, here it comes. Hey, exit. Mine 50, mine 50. Watch it. 57, color, 57.
Here's Mahomes to throw. And he's going to drop this off to Williams. Complete. Give him 8 on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 41-yard line.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Shift. Check 3. Check.
Running with Howard. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. He has just been completely taken out of this game. We're in the 4th quarter. He's single digits in the rushing department.
And I know we look at him because the numbers do go to his production, but how about the guys blocking for him? They don't just have his number as a ball carrier. They've got the number of the offensive line and the other guys because they're getting to him before he can get started.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target. Incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
22-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
On 2nd and 9, Allen. It's caught. Smith. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jadeveon Clowney in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Mahomes now to throw, and that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case,
there he goes left side. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And this one's caught. And their 4th quarter lead grows by a couple more. So they make the decision. They want a 3-point lead versus a 2-point lead, and they got it.
Yeah, at this stage of the game, it seems like the exact right thing to do. Put a little pressure on your defense, but the biggest thing now is you're making the other team chase you.
And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And right now, these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Coleman now. A gain there of 30 big ones.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Allen. Complete. Smith has it. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 23 yards on the play.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Allen now on 1st down. On the screen, this is Coleman. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That really sets him back. A loss of 6. So they had the big loss on that 1st down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. Allen now looks to throw. He sets to fire deep. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. In for the score. And the Bills have retaken the lead. Hauschka adds the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take
That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins, his 2nd touchdown of the game, 17th on the year. And the Chiefs are once again going to retake the lead. And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the 2nd extra point he's missed so far. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Fielded about a yard deep.
Let's go.
1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. 2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the fourth quarter. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. Coleman. Oh, he's got some breathing room. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. And an alley to run. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a first. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. This is Coleman. On the tackle, Tyrann Mathieu.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Back to throw. Allen. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And he's all the way down to the 13-yard line. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. They'll run on first down. It's Coleman, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Here's Coleman. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Back to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow, wow. How many people are watching this one right here who gave up? Because that score, they might want to try and rush back into this stadium.
Yeah, what looks like is going to be the game-deciding score, although a little bit of time left, so you can't count your chickens before they're hatched.
Well, they better come back in here and watch this one because you and I, we're not going anywhere. We want to see this one play out.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring, and how much pressure can the offense handle? We're going to find out. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Back to throw, Mahomes. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now.
Sets up 4th down.
Down by 5. They've got to go for it here on 4th down.
49.
Mahomes going to go on 4th down. He's going to let it fly. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Today's final score, Bills 33, Chiefs 28.